My name is Rick, and I know a lot about games. Come watch my videos, and I'll teach you about games. Come on, this is totally original guides. Yeah, it's totally original guides. Totally original guides. Yeah, this is totally original guides. Yeah. Thanks for clicking on my video. I hope you enjoy, and I hope you learned something.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Totally Original Guides. This is of course the Resident Evil 4 guide that I said that I was going to continue doing. And let's just get right into it. First and foremost, we're going to have to eliminate all of the enemies in this area. Now you might notice that I have a little bit different of an inventory that I had before, and that's because I had to restart my file, but it's no big deal, don't worry about that. So we're just gonna hop over this fence here and just ignore everything you see except for these eggs. If you do see an egg, go ahead and pick it up, because they will disappear, and you don't want them to disappear. So we're gonna have to take out a couple enemies in this area. There aren't very many of them. There's him. There's that guy right there. Now what you just saw there was called a critical hit. A critical hit is, basically it did a lot of damage when I shot him in the head there. And, so it insta-killed him. Now there's a guy right here, around this corner. Shoot him. Oh, we didn't get the kick in. No big deal. We'll just do it again. Alright, kick him. And knife him. Oh, I hear someone beside me. Oh, that's because he was jumping down the thing, so not a big deal. But now we will have a little bit of company. Okay, he's dead. Alright, there he is. Come on over, buddy. Don't know why you're all glitching out. Now, this guy might be a little bit of a problem because he does that. So you'll just want to watch out for this guy right here since he throws those axes at you. Alrighty. So that's all the enemies in the area. So let's just go ahead and pick up all of the items in the area. First, you'll notice this pendant over here. What you want to do is shoot this plank and then shoot the pendant. If you shoot it now, it'll get dirty and it'll be worth less money, and we don't want that. So there you go. And now if you want, you can open it up and check what's in there. Not some nice stuff. That's what's in there. And then while we're in this area, you probably noticed this. This right here is going to be pretty important. Now, the blue medallions are hidden around two different areas. One of them is in the farm here. The other one is in the graveyard. So I'll show you every pendant location. There's one. This guy right up here is two. There you go. Now we're going to head into this barn and knife this barrel. Okay, there was nothing in there. And now there's nothing over there. So blue pendant right there. Don't worry about this dog, by the way. I don't believe he is the dog from before that we saved. But he's not going to hurt you. You just have to ignore him. So now that you've done that, I did get the pendant there. Okay, cool. Let's go back through here. And there's a pendant up here. Now, this might be the most difficult one for you to hit, since it's kind of the furthest away. But don't worry about it. You'll get it. Next, there's these barrels. And if you want, actually, you can save beforehand. And before you do all this. And then if you feel like you're wasting too much ammo on getting those pendants, you can just reload, keep trying. because we don't want you to waste all your ammo on those pendants. That wouldn't be good. So now we're going to climb up here. Go ahead and open this. Alrighty, and there's another pendant. Pendant number 5. Go over here. We're going to drop down that specific part of the ledge so that we could get the beer stein. Now, this is one of the many collectibles that you could sell right now, but you shouldn't, because you're going to want to hold on to it so that you can get all of the pieces that go to that collectible, because it'll be worth more once you've collected all the pieces for it. Now, there's this guy right here. Easy peasy. We're going to jump down. Knife this box. And here's the last one. There we go. So that is all of the blue pendants in the farm area. Now, there's still more blue pendants. You'll notice we didn't get all 15 of them. If you read that note, you'll know why. It's because the rest of them are going to be in the graveyard later on. Now, you can get a prize with just 10, but you're going to want to hold out until you get the full 15, because the prize that you're going to get is better with the full 15 than it would be with just the 10. So we're going to go through this door here. And now this area, there's going to be a boulder that drops. The thing to note about the boulder is that it's going to have you tap square or X if you're on Xbox. I'm not sure what it is on PC. If you're playing with the mouse and keyboard, probably something like E. I don't know. If you're worried about this part, go back and save if you don't want any deaths. If you don't care about your deaths, then it checkpointed you when you walked through the door. So if you die at this part, you can just reload the point where you walked through this door. No big deal. And then after you tap that button, which you do have to tap it fairly quickly, but you're going to have to press either X and square together. That would be A and X on Xbox, or R2 and L2, the two triggers at the end. And it'll prompt you for those. So, and here we go. So now we just go ahead and tap that square button. Keep tapping it. Make sure you tap it fast. And get ready for... Okay, L2 and R2 was the dodge there. So, now that you've done that, you go ahead and shoot down these spinels. There's one. And here's 2. Now, there are bats in this cave, and you can knife them, but I recommend just ignoring them. They're not a big deal. As long as you don't hang out next to them, I think they might be able to hurt you. I'm not sure. So, we've got a couple guys here. There's a guy right here. There's a guy over there. And there's a guy over there. There's actually also another guy in that house, but we can't see him right now. So, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to shoot the dynamite that these guys are holding. And it can be kind of tricky. You might have to be very careful when you're trying to do this, because you don't want to waste a ton of ammo doing that. Now, this guy right here, he's going to throw that just back up. Not a big deal. Now, there's a little bit of auto-aim once they throw it. So, you could use that to your advantage to have an easier time hitting the dynamite. So, like, for that guy and this guy, I'll do it again. See, there's no way that I had just, you know, amazing aim there. It was all down to that auto aim that shot the projectile out of there. When it's not yet a projectile, when they're just holding it, there's no auto aim on it. But once they throw it, it becomes a projectile. It becomes a little bit easier to hit. And those are all the enemies in this area, by the way, so you don't need to worry about getting hit from behind or something like that. But watch out, because you know the specific path that I took there, there are bear traps here, as you can see right there. You do not want to step on those bear traps. Then right here, normally there would be a trip mine there, but of course the dynamite blew it up. And now we can grab that spinel. Watch out for that bear trap right there. And before we go through that door, we're going to shoot this bird's nest out of the air. Grab that red cat's eye, of course. And knife this for some handgun ammo. Now, here's the thing about the red cat's eye. While we're here, might as well rearrange our inventory a little bit, make sure that everything is spick and span. You'll go into key treasures, and you'll see red cat's eye and beer stein. You're going to want to combine the red cat's eye with the beer stein. Now you can see that R is on there. That stands for red, of course. So now we've got one of the 3 gems. There are 3. There's going to be a yellow one and a green one, but we'll get those a little bit later. Now, move into the house, take the handgun ammo, open this up and grab that money. Of course, there's a save point here if you need it. Now, when you walk through this hallway here, just walk through the doorway and head towards your left, this left wall, and hug that wall because, of course, yes, there's a tripmine here. Now, as long as you're hugging this wall, when you shoot that tripmine, not even going to bother you. There's also another one right there. And there is a little bit of auto-aim as well for those wires, so you shouldn't have too hard of a time hitting them. Of course, grab those, push this. You might be able to hear that knocking. Right now, I'm going to tell you, if you don't want this part spoiled, go ahead and do it, and then watch me. Because you don't really need a guide for this part coming up. But, if you don't want it spoiled, I'm not going to spoil it for you without that warning. But if you've already done it, and now you're just watching this part, or if you don't care, and look at that. Oh, wasn't a ghost, wasn't a ghoul, was Lewis, our Spaniard friend. So I'm just going to go ahead and skip that cutscene because we don't need to see that. Just going to go ahead and not save because I don't need to save. And this is the start of chapter 1-2. Now, you'll notice what I just did there. I wanted to show you that ahead of time because I know that you're probably going to be watching the cutscenes. I skipped that part of the cutscene. There is a grab that. There is a QuickTime event in the middle of that cutscene that has you hit the square and X button, or if you're on Xbox, A and X. And that'll be when that guy shows up when he goes to swing it down. So you can see, you can sort of pause it and see where that was in the video. I wanted to get that, show that to you so that you knew it was coming before you watched that cutscene. So there's rifle ammo there. And if you come over here, there's this green herb. And now, by the way, you might have noticed this right here is a save point. Now is a great time to save, and I would highly recommend. In fact, I would recommend you save at every save point, but this one in particular, I would recommend that you save at. But we are just going to move on. And we're going to wrap around the building here. And we get to see our merchant friend. I'm not going to interface with him right now. I'm going to go over here and pick this up real quick. Red herb and some money. And then I'm going to make sure that my inventory is clean. Just move these. Oh, might as well do that. Put that in there, and put that right there. Okay, so you might notice, Nick, you're running out of space. And you're absolutely correct. I am running out of space. So we're going to solve that problem right now. So first things first, going to go in here, and we're going to sell this spinel. Whoops. There we go. Sell that clean pearl pendant that we got, since it's not dirty. But do not sell that beer stein because we can get much more money out of it than this. Now, you can sell your rifle ammo. I am actually going to sell the rifle ammo. I don't need it. But if you want to use the rifle during this part, do not sell the rifle ammo because you do not get very much rifle ammo. So I'll explain it in a second, but I will actually sell the rifle ammo because I don't need it. So then we're going to go to buy, and we're going to, of course, buy this attaché case medium, Go ahead, buy the treasure wrap as well. I don't need it because I know where all the treasures are, but it's a good thing to have. So here's the rifle, and here's the TMP. We will end up buying the TMP, yes. For a lot of you who have already played the game, if you're watching this guide, you might think that that is oh, you're doing the TMP strategy. Yes, I am. That is my preferred strategy, and the one that I think is the most accessible for new players. For those of you who don't, have never played this game before, don't know what I'm talking about, we'll get to the TMP at a later date, but just keep that in mind. You don't need it now, but you will need it later. And then as far as everything else goes here, if you don't have a first aid spray in your inventory, go ahead and buy one. It's always good to have. And then the scope for the rifle, you don't really need that, even if you did buy the rifle, frankly. And then, of course, you're not going to buy that rocket launcher. And then you have tune-up. Now, tune-up, this will be important later, but it's not important now, because the weapons that we have now are not going to be the weapons that we keep. So there's no reason to upgrade these weapons if we're just going to end up selling them anyways, because it's just a big waste of money. So, having said that, now that we're done there, I'll show you what I was talking about here. Then because we got that attaché case medium, we can go ahead and organize a little bit more. Move everything down here. And move everything over there. Okay. So, I'll show you what I was talking about. So, you'll see there's a bunch of guys in this area. There's one on that roof, one up there on that ladder thing. There's also going to be one on the roof to the left there. There's one up here. You'll see him. And then the one on that roof, you can't really see him from here, but he's on that roof over there. So the reason that I said you can use the rifle is because taking out those guys is much easier with the rifle. The problem is that you're going to have to use this area to your advantage, which is not a bad area to use, but we're not going to lay back quite as much as you might want to. We need to be aggressive, but this game is all about being aggressive because, contrary to what you might think, sitting back and sort of letting the enemies come to you, there's a time and a place to use that, and then there's a time and a place to be aggressive. And this is one of those instances where we're going to be a little bit on the aggressive side. Not quite at first, but when you open this door, there's immediately going to be a gentleman to your right, and he's going to call out. See? And so now everyone knows that we're here. Now we are going to wait on the top of this hill. But there's two reasons for that. Number one, if we get an enemy close enough to this edge here, like this guy, and then kick him, didn't work. You could kick him right off this ledge here, and then you don't have to worry about him. But there's another there like that. But there's another reason that we're gonna use this area to our advantage, and that's because there we go. These dynamite guys. Now, the dynamite guys are super useful, and when they throw that dynamite, it actually just rolls right down the hill, and so you don't even have to worry about it. And it'll just kill him and kill all of his buddies and everything. So it's a great sort of place to hang out. This little area here. And if there's money down there, you don't really need to worry about it too much. Whoops, missed. If there's something that is more valuable, like ammo, then go ahead and grab it. And this is actually a perfect time to use this green, red, and yellow combination that we have. Because, of course, the yellow will increase our health, and the red will heal us all the way. And since we're almost dead, one hit till we're dead, we just use that, and it'll increase our health a little bit. Now, not by much, but keep in mind that you will get plenty of those throughout the course of your game. So it's not super important that it didn't do a whole lot, because we're going to get so many of them that we're going to be full health. So you see there, that dynamite just took everybody out. Now we're going to go ahead and go after that second wave of guys. There might be some more, but we're going to dodge them on the way up. I don't think there will be, but we'll see. Okay, there is. So, dodge that. Dodge that. Alright. Now, if that happens, just try to get him behind you. It's not a big deal. And there we go. So that was actually exactly what I wanted to happen, because that dynamite blew up the enemy in that area. So there we go. Got that kick in. Get that kick in. Now, I know this looks like a lot of enemies, and that's because it is. So now would be a perfect time to use that grenade. And there we go. Come on. Okay. So, while we're up here, this is what we came for. We gotta grab this emblem. Okay, now we can move down here. Go ahead and grab that. Those shotgun shells. Now, there are going to be more enemies coming up, but they're going to be a little bit easier to deal with since there's not so many of them. Just hit him. If I could actually get my aim correct. I didn't mean to reload there, but it's not a big deal. When you see groups of enemies like this, it's a good idea to pull out the shotgun and hit them all at once. Because you'll be doing a lot of damage. Okay. So we got quite a bit of them dead there. There's that. There's that. Get a lot of lucky critical hits here. Looks like he's the last guy. So I'm going to go ahead and knife him to death. Whenever you have the opportunity, just go ahead and knife people. Because it is a really great way to save that ammunition, which we are not doing great on. I like the amount of shotgun ammo that we have. That's really good, but... so then we're going to head into this building right here. Kick that door, grab this shotgun ammo, and there's going to be 2 guys in this room. I keep doing that. That is, of course, an accident. I'm not trying to reload while I'm doing this. So we're just going to go ahead and climb up this ladder without killing those enemies. And that's because this area here is a little bit more open for us. So it's a little bit easier for us to move around. This, of course, as you could probably see, is where our second half of that pendant is. Oh, I thought he was going to fall down. And I didn't realize that I was almost... or that I was out of ammo in that clip. Get him. Right. And there we go. Okay, so this area's clear now, so we're just going to go ahead and take that emblem. Take this. Destroy that barrel, take whatever's inside. And there's one more guy left, it seems. Now, I'm going to do an ammo check here, see how much I've got. Okay, I've got a lot of shotgun ammo. And that's good. I don't quite want to just use that up just because I've got more of it. But it is nice to keep that in mind. But there's some handgun ammo right here. Some flash grenade right here. Whoops. Take that. Nothing else in this room, so we can go ahead and jump out this. You can see what we're doing here. We're just working our way around. You understand? We're just working our way around. Now, this guy is going to be a problem because he's got dynamite. And he, of course, wants to throw that dynamite at you. So the best way to take care of him, probably just to climb up the ladder there. There we go. He went down. Now we're going to shoot him, have him fall down. Now, this is kind of a dicey spot to be in. because they will throw stuff at you from down there, and it can hit you. And, well, that was a bunch of baloney. Like that. And you do not want to get hit while you're up here. Since we're low health, just going to go ahead. Always use the, well, actually, we've got these eggs, so I'm going to use that brown egg. That's a perfect opportunity for that brown egg. Take him out. And he's the last one. All right. There you go, guys. So, that is a very stressful part. I mean, it's stressful for me even now. Even though I'm pretty confident that I'm not going to die, it's definitely something that there's just a lot of enemies during that part. And so it can be kind of difficult to manage all of them, really, because there's just so many enemies. But we got through it. There's a barrel up here that we're going to want to... Ooh, there's some shotgun shells. That's always good. And knife that barrel for some more shotgun shells. That's why we need to get that barrel. It's kind of important. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Doesn't matter. Just go ahead and jump down. And then there's some barrels on the side right here. Gonna go ahead and knife those. And that should be it for this area. Now, if you need to go back and save or go back to the merchant and do something, by all means, now is your opportunity because we won't see another merchant for a little bit. Whoops. If you're like, oh, my inventory is getting a little full because I'm just doing so well, then go ahead. Go back there, sell some stuff. But if you don't need to, we're going to continue. Of course, you take the 2 pendants that you got, or 2, parts of the emblem, and go ahead and put those together and open the door. And then here we go. Now, speedrunners, when they go through most of these areas, they just go through them. They don't really even engage with most of the enemies. I'm not doing that because those are kind of advanced maneuvers, and I don't think it's very friendly. They're not friendly sort of guides there. So I want this to be, your first time through, you're not going to be running by everybody. You're going to be engaging people, and you should be engaging people. It's kind of the point of the game. But this is one of these examples where it is just going to be better to run by everybody. You can take them out. In fact, I recommend that you take them out. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to open this door, and then we're going to do this and jump over. So the reason that we did that... Oh, I missed my shot there. That was unfortunate. Just go ahead and use the shotgun. So the reason that we did that is because these guys are laid out in such a way that it's kind of annoying to have to deal with all of them spread out like that. So it's just better if you run past them, jump over that little spot. That guy in the blue shirt in particular is really annoying because he will always throw stuff at you. That was a little unfortunate. I didn't realize that he was awake. Okay. But we're not done in this area. Took quite a bit of damage there, but not a big deal, not to worry. I actually, again, perfect opportunity to use that. Alright, here we go. Alright, so this next part here, here's what we're going to do. We are actually going to jump out this window here. Because what'll happen is you'll roll into cover. Now, the cover is not going to protect you fully, but there's going to be dynamite guys on the end there. So, jump through there, and what you're going to do is shoot their dynamite. See? And boom. There you go. So, remember, he's got to throw the dynamite first, because otherwise the auto-aim won't engage. Now, there's more guys in the room ahead. So we're gonna go ahead and just open the door. Come on, guys. They're gonna knock on the door a little bit. Oh, I guess they're not. Now, watch out. In fact, if you've got some time, you might want to knife that. There was a little hiccup in the recording there, but should be fine. I think I caught it. Now, of course, knife him. Take him out. There's still more guys. There's one right there. Oh, luckily the door saved me. That door is, of course, my hero. Now, we're just trying to take out all the enemies in this area. We will come back here. Oh, looks like the music stopped, so it hasn't triggered. There's some more enemies down further on, but we don't need to worry about them since the music stopped. They have not been triggered yet. So while we have the opportunity, we're going to go ahead and get all the stuff in this area. I almost forgot to open this for some more handgun ammo, which is something we probably need. And then, I don't jump over that barricade like I almost did. I forgot that I hadn't triggered those, so I almost jumped onto a trap. So, gonna knife that barricade, take the elegant mask there, jump over, make sure that we're loaded up as always, take that green herb. Now, here's a perfect example, right? I want to move the green herb right here and put the egg right here. Do not, when you're in move mode, do not lay a green herb on another green herb. You'll probably do it by accident at some point, but it will combine those two together. Always make sure that if you're going to press triangle to move it around, and you're going to do it like that, you drop it on something that it can't be combined with, because we do not want a green. It won't be useful to us that way, or at least near as useful as it would be as a green red or a green red yellow. So as I said, there's more enemies in this hallway now. Oh, that's odd. Right, there's one over here, I know that. Okay, yeah. Huh. I don't know why those enemies weren't there, but whatever. I guess I'm not complaining. Okay, so he's easy peasy. You just knife him, and he's dead. There we go. And now here's your little respite. Pick up everything in here. Handgun ammo, there should be a grenade and some money. Yep. Now, this little fishing hole here is going to have some, two kinds of fish in it. A large fish, one large fish. That's that guy right there. You're going to want to knife him a couple times. And then go ahead and take that. And then, oh, looks like we had a perfect amount of room for him. Actually going to move that over here. Okay. But now, what I recommend doing is take as many of these fish as you can, because there's no reason to just leave them here. I understand that it's like, well, but, you know, they take up a lot of inventory space. I don't really need... Listen, all right? They're great to have in a pinch. But you can always get rid of them if you don't have room for them. Like, it's not like you have to hold on to them, you know? But if you don't pick them up, you're wasting them. You know, there's no reason not to pick them up. So, as you can see there, I've almost got room for all of them. What I'll do here probably is some shenanigans right there. Because there's one more fish. There's 4 fishes, regular size fish, and then 1 big fish. What I recommend doing is if you need healing at all, like if you are not full health, period. It doesn't matter how much health you have missing. Just use one of them right now. There's no reason not to. So that was everything. Let's go ahead and climb up. And climb up this ladder. Now, there's no enemies over here, but there are some crows. Shoot that crow. Shoot that crow. And then shoot that crow. And while we're at it, actually, we don't need to even take that out, so we're just going to do that. Knife these. Actually, do I really? Oh, okay, there we go. I got it. So, here's another one of these. do that. Oh, missed it again. All right, there we go. Now, by the way, when I shoot crows, you gotta shoot them specifically in the order that I shoot them, because that will make it so that they don't, because if you shoot them in the wrong order, you will trigger the crows to fly off, and you do not want the crows to fly off. So what we're gonna do here is we're actually gonna go around that, because we don't need to waste ammo shooting it. All right, nothing over here. And here's the first puzzle of the game. So what you're going to do is you're going to do up, and then you're going to do left. It actually doesn't really matter. I think you could do up or down, and then left or right. But as long as you do a vertical direction and then a horizontal direction. But I always just do up and left. So we're going to do this room. There's some ammo right there. Some money in here. And there's a note on the bed. So go ahead and take that note. And then last but not least, there's this key. I'm going to make sure, cool, everything's good. Alright, so then you open this door, shows a cutscene, and that's the end of the chapter. Or the end of the subchapter, I suppose. So, that was this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it was a bit of a long one, but that's because this is a long game, and I want to make sure that you guys have a lot of episode to go through, since I know people don't play games in 10-minute bursts. So in the next episode, we will probably go through the next subchapter, and then I will be here every week on Sunday for the remainder of October. So you will be able to catch episodes of Resident Evil 4, Totally Original Guide. Make sure you tune in, and have a good day.